Oh, hello, you caught me flying. Trying to put them back there, make a bit room. And I wanted to tell you to do anything you want to do. Hitting punk and new wave anthems with his pink guitar. Yeah. And do anything you want to do. Right. So our guests today are going to do anything. Right, Georgia, what are you going to do? I'm going to do anything. And what if do anything is do nothing? No, it says you must do anything. Anything you want to do. Right. What do I want to do? Oh, don't worry, because you're a giraffe. Human people have the same problem. They think, what am I going to do today? What did I do yesterday? What am I going to do tomorrow? What am I going to wear? What am I going to do? What am I going to buy? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? What are you going to do now? What you going to do about it? Yeah. Anyway, my answer is do anything you want to do. Do anything you want to do. Let's get back to punk. And you wave. Right. Now, if I say to you, the only ones, only ones that look like us. Yeah. Planet Giraffe. Yeah. Now, the purpose is to be sure so you can have your own selection of records and do a little bit of a show for yourself. Now, so do anything you want to do. What about another girl on another planet? Yeah, does she keep giraffes? Yeah, keeps them in the cupboard. Oh, them kind of giraffes. See. And what about Eddie and his hot rods? Ah, do anything you want to do. Well, put some fuel in. Do anything you want to do, and then I'll do the turn up. I want to do the turn down. Yeah, I'm going down for a rest. Well, he's not experienced, you know. Giraffes have long legs. He could ride through your legs, yeah, and you wouldn't see him. No, I see him coming, yeah. Oh, yeah. And what about the psychedelic furs, pretty in pink? Why the psychedelic furs? Because in the 1960s, in the psychedelic era, people used to go around with furs from sheep, fur skins, and they used to have them all dyed pink and blue and greeny colored and, psychedelic colors, you know. And there you go. And pink ones as well, yes. And other colors. That's pink. Pretty and pink, yeah. Yeah, psychedelic furs, yeah. And what about squeeze? Yes. What would you do if you were squeezed? Yeah, I say, where are you going? Where are you going next? Up the junction. Yeah. Squeeze up the junction. Yeah. Um, what about Sham 69? Was it really a sham? Yeah. Now, what about if the kids won United? Yes. Well, there'd be nobody to watch City. No. Yeah. Yeah, if the kids were United, they'd only watch United, wouldn't they? Well, they'd have no competitors. Athletic or City. Well, yeah, well. If the kids are United, you can be United too. Yeah. And what about the cause, my best friend's girl? When she got out the door, the other side, see your best friend. And he moved on. Yeah. And what about split ends? I went to a hairdresser, he says. And he says, I got you. And she said, you got me. And she said, you got split ends. This is split ends. And I'm going to give you some more split ends. But Bow Wow Wow was there, and they said, I want candy. Candy. Mm, candy. Candy Bandy. Andy Panda, he's coming in, yeah. Maybe in tomorrow, yeah. And Joe Jackson, is she really going out with him? Well, it must be my glasses that's steamed up, must be my eyes. I mean, surely she's not going out with him. I mean, he's an old man with a walking stick. Yeah, but I mean, some people do. And I mean, she's a young girl. Is she really going out with him? I mean, eyes don't deceive me. I cannot tell you, because I don't know other people's relationships. But you see, he's fond of him. Oh, now she's giving him a kiss and gripping his arm now. Perhaps it's his carer. I don't know. I don't know. Right, is she really going out with him? Yeah, I think so. He's leading him by the tie. uh, he's leading him into the nearest bar. Uh, but is she good or bad for doing that? Yeah. What about Adam and his aunts? They all rode up on horseback, guns at the ready, masks on their face. Your money or your wife? He said we can give the young Parisians, we've got a couple of young Parisians here. They wanted to meet highway robbers like you. Oh, give us them young Parisians. And your money and your wife. Yeah, and then be on your way. I want to rob you again some other day. Yeah. And what about Ian Dory? He says, I went down the club. Yeah. Ian Dory. And I signed in. Ian Dory. And the man says, what are you here for? I says, do anything you want to do. He says, what do you want? Sex? I said, yeah. Drugs? I said, yeah. Rock and roll? I said, yeah. Do you want them all together or one at a time? And which order would you like to take them? Sex, drugs, or rock and roll? Hey, I'll tell you which order I want to take them. I want to take sex first. Yeah. I don't want no drugs. I don't do drugs. And I'm not even bothered turning up for the rock and roll. I'll be too busy. What about the Sex Pistols? Yeah, I've got my gun ready. Yeah. And what about Pretty Vacant? Oh, yeah. Just like Georgia Giraffe. She's pretty vacant. Yeah. And so a man walks into the club and he says, I'll be damned. I want to smash it up. Oh, man says you can't smash it up in here, but it says do anything you want to do. Oh, yeah, but I don't do anything legal. I don't say legal. Says do anything you want to do. Oh, well, we've got a policeman here. Oh, can I kiss him? Oh, yes. Do anything you want to do. Yeah. And what about the teardrop explodes? Ah, yeah. Reward. Yeah. Yeah, with the club down the road, it blew up. Yeah. And they're offering a reward for it. Yeah. Don't know what blew up. Teardrop exploded. Isn't that odd? Never seen that before. No. And what about the Pretenders? Back on the chain gang? Sam Cooke was originally on the chain gang and he went, ooh, ah, working on the chain gang. Ooh, the Pretenders are back on the chain gang. Yeah, this time they've got Georgia Giraffe to help them. Yeah. And what about Echo and the Bunnyman? The back of love. Yeah. Pleased to see the back of you. The back of love. And what about Jilted John? He got jilted. Yeah. By another John. Jilted John. By Jilted John. Yeah. And why can't you keep still? Why are you turned your back? Because I'm hiding my eyes, he says. Why? Well, the adverts and Gary Glitter, they want me eyes for science. Yeah. Oh, for the science class. Yeah. Oh, Gary Glitter lost his eyes. Gary Gilmore lost his eyes. I left his eyes to science. Oh, so the doctors can implant them inside another doctor and now he can see all evil. Is that right? Yeah. Gary don't need his eyes to see. Oh, do anything you want to do. And we did it with Georgia Giraffe. Yeah. Now, sounds of the 70s. And people keep saying, what's his name? Now, if you were Sweet Sensation, what would you be doing? Uh, I'd be a sad, sweet dreamer. I'd just be lying there like that in the sun, dreaming. Yes. But if you were 10cc, in your, what would you have in your pocket? Just the rubber bullets that I bought. Yeah, the rubber bullets. Uh, and if you were Piggity Witch, would you like that name? No. Why not? Because I'd get the same old feeling. Oh, yes. But if you were called T Rex, and we have another T Rex, what would you be doing? Oh, I'd love. And what about Mungo Jerry? Baby Jump. Yeah. Well, I can't be him neither. Status quo. He got a mean girl. Mind Elvis had a one as well. Yeah, stole his money. Yeah, yeah. And what about Jimmy James and the Vagabonds? I'll go where your music takes me. How does it take you? He says, well, you're walking down the street and you hear it, and you think, well, we're calling it this place. Music sounds good. Yeah, oh, we used to do that, yeah, because you could hear the jukebox for a mile away. Yeah, but it's not so good in these days. Yeah, Melanie, she got a brand new key. Yeah, the Wurzels, they got a brand new combine harvester. Oh, and I'll give you the key, and you can get out and plough the fields. Yeah. In Nazareth, he got a broken down angel. You could be a bit like a broken down angel. You're a broken down alien. Well, I can't call myself Nazareth neither. It just doesn't work with me. I have got a name. I know. And I've announced your name in the past. But I was crazy the day I didn't know it. In the back of my mind, I knew it, but I didn't want to say it. I might tell the people shortly what it is. It does have a name. It's not just called Alien. What about Gladys Knight and the Pips? Yeah. Well, what happened to Gladys Knight? Well, she swallowed the orange pip. She went. I said to her, that's the best thing that's ever happened to me. Squirting orange pips in me. Well, she was nearly choking, you see. The Kinks, they didn't come in the door, they came out of the cupboard. Yeah, no, all had masks on, they were acting as ape man. I'm an ape man, I'm an ape man, an ape man. Hey, Joe Cocker, he got the letter. It came from the box tops, yeah. And I said, look inside the box tops and see if you get a prize. And he said, I don't get no prize. Oh, he didn't get the letter neither. What about the Mormons? Dolly, my love. Oh, Dolly, my love. And what about the sensational Alex Harvey band with Delilah? Oh, Alex said, I pinched it from Tom Jones. Oh. And what about the real thing? Can't get by without you because you're the real alien. Yeah. And what about T Rex? Solid gold and easy action. Yeah, nice and easy. Got nice and easy action. And what about John Congo's? What is Tokoloshi Man? Are you a Tokoloshi Man? No, that's a different planet. Oh, I say, sounds of the 70s. Okay. Well, that's somebody else. Oh, you'll want to know his name. His name. Right. Right. His name. There he is. He called Oaks, and I have announced it before. But we just call him Alien. Alien Oaks. Will you please come back to your UFO and shift it, please? It's standing in the car park in the dark. Well, you got no lights. No. And what about Minnie Mouse? What about Minnie Mouse? Minnie Mouse? Minnie Mouse? Another uh, sounds of the 70s. Oh, yeah, different one. And Mungo Jerry in the summertime. Well, he says in the wintertime, we'll bring our friends and we have a bottle of wine. Yeah. And what about T Rex? Ride a white swan? I have not know any white swan around here. Can he act as a white swan? Yeah. Ride a white swan. Bum 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 bum. Pity we didn't have a white swan on hand. We got George Goose, but he's away over there in the balcony. And what about Piggity Wish? Sad old kind of movie. He said, just pick a one, any one you want, and I picked the one. Ah, sad old kind of movie. Yeah. He says, which one did you pick? I said, that's it. 10cc with Donna. Oh, Donna. Oh, Donna. And what about the Kings with Lola? Oh, on the light. Oh. And she came alive and stood on me toe and said, which way, little boy, do you want to go? I said, oh, the Lola. And what about status quo down the dust pipe and ended up in the dustbin? Yeah, ripped his trousers and everything. Yeah. What about Melanie? Ruby Tuesday? Yeah, well, the farmer called me up. He said, have you got your key yet? And he said, well, combine harvester's waiting for you. You start on Tuesday. Oh, I say, what about the real thing? Can you feel the force? I sometimes feel the force and the horse. And what about Carl Douglas? We're going out today, kung fu fighting. Would you believe? Yeah. Who are you going to take on? Gladys Knight and the Pips. I said, baby, don't change your mind. I keep swallowing the Pips, she said. Sorry. Did I hit you in the eye? There's another one I've just copped up. What about the sensational Alex Harvey band and the Boston Tea Party? Oh, well, it's a Boston Tea Party. It ought to wash down the blood from the Delilah. Been biting Delilah's neck, I think. Yeah. And what about the Tremolos and me and my life? Well, I went home last night and it was just me and my wife. He said, yeah. And we watched the film The Move with the Brontosaurus. Oh, how big is the Brontosaurus? Yeah. And Nazareth with this flight tonight. Oh, yes. Joni Mitchell was on the same flight. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And you had to keep. I went on a flight once and the guy said, I turn that down. Turn your music down. When sitting next to a stranger, because you might not like your music. And what about Sally Oldfield with Mirrors? She said, I looked in the mirror. I was looking to see if I could see Mike Oldfield, but well, the mirrors, they weren't actually, they were mirrors, but they were made out of tubular bells, you know. And I mean, the light kind of shone just like it does at your window. Yeah. And T Rex says, well, I'll fix it. I'm a metal guru. Donny Albert says, where did our love go? Uh, where does anybody's love go? In a bin. And what about Osibisa on a sunshine day? Well, you get that rare shine as though that's a UFO passed through your house. Yeah, there you go. It'll be that alien again. Yeah, yeah. Osibisa. And would you like to do another one? No, I'm not doing anymore. And what about Lenny Lyons seeing if he can do a one with his new disguise? You'll have to get your disguise on first, Lenny. Have you got it? Have you got him on? Yeah, I don't know. You're going to be the actor. I'm going to be the actor. Yeah, you're going to be the actor. But how can I see? Well, you can see through there. I know you can see through there. Yeah. And what one are you going to do? Oh, I know what you're going to do. 60 leg ends. Look at him looking. Doesn't he look fearsome? He looks more fearsome than a lion. And there's some of the crew. You can see Billy J. Kramer there. I'm sure that's Brenda Lee. That must be Tom Jones. Helen Shapiro, is it? And the one on, yeah, Clodagh Rogers, I think. Tom's getting a bit little. Yeah, let's see if we're right. Peggy Sue, Buddy Holly and the Pigs. Yeah, change the name to the Crickets later on, yeah. What about Peggy Sue? Did she get married? I don't know, but she hired a lion. Was to keep the bears away from her door. What about For Your Love with the yard birds? What kind of birds were they? I think you look better like that, don't you? Yeah, you come in to act today. Yeah. Well, I'm acting. Yeah. And what about For Your Love with the Yardbirds? Oh, who's love? Yeah. And what about I heard it through the grapevine, Marvin Gaye? Sure you didn't hear it on the phone, Marvin? No, he says I picked up the phone, but I couldn't hear a thing. I put it back down. I picked up a bunch of grapes and I heard everything. Yeah. Oh. Well, most works funny and love works in funny ways. Yeah. And what about doing that maybe misunderstood by the animals? But the rest of the animals, they can be misunderstood if they want. Yeah, every bird didn't want to be misunderstood. And what about California Dreaming with the mamas and the papas? Yeah. Yeah, curled into a little short you passed along the way. Yeah. The preacher likes it cold. I'm going to stay. Ooh, freezing in here. Yeah. And what about Katie Lester with love letters? What in the sand? No, it was Pat Boone had buried his in the sand. She kept hers in a little fancy box. Yeah. And what about the turtle? She'd rather be with me. Are you sure you mean me? Or the Lone Ranger? The Lone Ranger will be fine. Yeah. She wants a loan. Yeah. Oh, till payday. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And what about Wild Thing by the Trogs? He does look like a wild thing with his mask on. He looks more wild than when he was a lion. But he's going to get a lot of acting parts. He is in high demand. And what about Ain't Too Proud to Beg with the Temptations? I'm going to beg you right now. Yeah. To give me a loan. And I'll give you a loan. A little loan. Yeah. And what about Those Were the Days with Mary Hopkins? And I'm quite sure that I think that's Mary Hopkins on the end there now. Haven't seen her for years, mind. Absolutely, yes. since those were the days, 1968. Yeah, those were the days with Mary Hopkins. Tell Laura I love her, Richie Valens. Yeah, I couldn't get Laura on the phone. Could you not? No, so I had to tell her mother. Now her mother thinks I love her. Yeah. Come back next Friday, she said. Running Bear, Johnny Preston's been arrested again. He does it every day, running down the street. Bare, completely bare. And Jimmy James is running for the good times, Jimmy Jones. Yeah, yeah, he's got good times. Diane, another one of the lovers of the Bachelors. Yeah, Ramona and Maria don't mind. No, I'm sorry, Brenda Lee. Yes, that is Brenda Lee on there, on the end. We are establishing them a bit now. I can it. And not be able to take it for a few minutes. Yeah. And well, we got I'm sorry for that, Brenda Lee. And build me up, buttercup, the foundations. I've got Do You Want to Know a Secret? Billy J. Kramer is on there. When a man loves a woman, yeah, he builds her a sledge. Percy Sledge. Don't Treat Me Like a Child. Helen Shapiro is on there. And Tom Jones, we found him at last. What's new, Pussycat? Well, you're a type of a pussycat, aren't you? A lion. I sometimes call them pussycats. And so, anything you would like to say about this show? Come and see the Minnie Mouse who participated and Alona Ranger, Lenny Lion, yeah. George, yeah, Giraffe, Sherlock's were in attendance. The Wolfman popped up and then popped down, and Alien Oaks is still here. We got the righties here. Yeah, righties are here, yes. And that's it. They've all been doing well on the show today. And there's England Lion and his new guys. It's not England Lion, it's one of his team now. Lenny Lion, he's on the Three Lions team with England Lion. And I was going to say, but he does his own acting as well, acts as a lone arranger. And we won't forget him because we think he's done very well. And there he is. And he wants to say to you, well, I've got to go now, and I'll see you again later. I'll try and do another one for you this afternoon, so bye-bye for now. And bye-bye from everybody who's been on. And William Daly Stories, yeah.